Hey guys, so welcome back to BurstReview, and today I want to take a look at a pistol that I have owned for years, or rather Kay has owned for years, and it was her first handgun in the People's Republic of Massachusetts. It is a SIG P239. It's a locked breech, semi-automatic, magazine-fed handgun chambered in either 9mm Parabellum, 40 Smith & Wesson, or 357 SIG. The model we have right here is the 9mm version, and it was made in the early to mid 2000s. Kay decided on this gun because she liked how compact it was. And that seems kind of strange because now we have so many subcompact guns that this thing seems a little antiquated. Truth be told, when it came out, it was SIG's first offering in the compact model line. Yes, there was a 229, but the 229 is substantially larger than this pistol. That said, it's still not the smallest thing ever, and while relatively thin, it does weigh about 27 ounces and is about 6.5 inches long. So it's definitely not small, but feels nice in your hand. It kind of strikes that balance of a Glock 19, where it's not gigantic, but it's also not so small you can't get enough purchase on it. The problem is, it has fairly limited magazine capacity. Either 8 rounds, like in the 9mm variant, or 7 rounds in either the 40 caliber or the 357 SIG. So let's take it for a spin here and I'll shoot the plates and we'll see how accurate the little gun is. It relies on the same operating principles as its full-sized SIG 229 and 226 brethren. Let's pop our ears in, the sucker's kind of loud. And we'll take it for a spin. Now, as you can see, it's a fairly accurate little handgun. There's not a great deal of recoil to it because it is so heavy, but it's got a few antiquated features on it. Like, for example, the dust cover's not railed, there's not much real estate space there, and the trigger guard is enormous, presumably for use with gloved hands. Additionally, it is a double single action trigger, which I know some people don't think is antiquated, but to be honest, it is a bit antiquated for a concealed carry pistol. You don't want an inconsistent trigger. You either want it all single action, all double action, or all striker fired, in my humble opinion, since, like they say, consistency is accuracy. On the other side of the pistol, we notice a few other things. So I'm gonna check it, it's empty, drop the slide. This enormous lever right next to the safety, or the slide drop rather, and that is the decocker. That's right, it's got a decocking lever. So yeah, you can carry it around in double action if you want it to be quote unquote safe, but I mean, it's really nothing to write home about. And I think the thing that really screwed SIG over with this gun, because it's not a bad design, right? It would be a tremendously successful design, in my opinion, if that was a double stack magazine. If it could take a standard 226, 229 magazine, or if they had invented a proprietary one, this thing could have sold like hotcakes. Because the problem is, you can either have those 8 rounds we just saw, or, and let me show you this shape or size comparison. This is a Glock 19 with a threaded barrel from Lone Wolf. And if you look, they're about the same size. I'm going to show you again on the other side. And as you can see, they're very close. Yes, the 19 is slightly longer, but it actually weighs less and has literally double the capacity, or just 1 round short of double. So you can either have 8 rounds, or you do this. And have 15 rounds to do whatever you need to do. I mean, realistically, this is an infinitely more effective firearm for self-defense, if for no other reason than capacity. The reliability on both guns is pretty much identical, but the SIG P239 is heavier, has more limited capacity, and oftentimes is vastly more expensive, especially when you take into account that the 19s are all over the used market for cheap money. So, what's my verdict? Clear? So what's my verdict on the 239? Well, it was kind of outdated the day it came out. It was kind of behind the curve in terms of capacity, ergonomics, and weight the day that it was released. If this had been built off some of SIG's earlier polymer frame designs, then it could have been a real slam dunk, like their 365 coming out now, which is a hell of a pistol. As it stands, it's neat, and for SIG collectors, they should absolutely pick one up, but for your average Joe looking for a concealed carry piece, in the modern era of either higher capacity subcompacts, like my SIG 938 that I carry, or mid-size guns like a Glock 19, there's no real reason to own a 239 other than if it's on sale for a great price and you want something neat to shoot targets at the range for. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Burst Reviews.